Hey guys, I did some more work on the backyard, a little more landscaping with a purpose kind of a thing. You can see what it looks like, just a freaking nasty looking hill over there and kind of a double hill down there. I'm planning on taking a couple of trucks through. I don't know if I'll get them all in this video. I may break this up into a couple of different videos so you guys can see how which truck does what and all of that stuff. I'll do you a quick walkthrough on it. I repositioned some of the rocks to make it a little more difficult to get through up to the bridge going that way. But we got the second dip here. It's tiered all the way down. And if you want, you can try to make it out through the wall of doom over there. If you don't hit that thing just right, you'll flip over backwards or you won't make it out one way or the other. But you continue up through the rock slide. There's actually quite a few rocks down in there. It's just been covered up with the dirt because I've been working on this and testing it and working it. And up over the hill, you see in the middle there, I actually buried a whole bunch of cut off brush limbs underneath to kind of give it some stability in the dirt. Now what you can't really tell is just how much of a peak that is and just how much of an off camber it is. I mean, it's a pretty significant slant both directions. Once you roll over that, it's not too bad. It's got a little bit of a slant going towards the bottom there. And you come around here and got just a dirt dugout for the corner. And then I think from there you can kind of see that there's a bit of a frame twister there. It's kind of got covered up in dirt too. I'm going to probably have to redo that as well. And then you climb up through the first one. Those limbs seem like they'd give you some grip, but actually they don't. They're kind of slick. They're mostly just there to hold the dirt in place. Now the bricks that I had before are still underneath there. I kind of use those as a base. And then you drop into the saddle there, and then the second hump, which of course is mostly just a dome. You've got to either hit that right on or you're going to slide off one way or the other. You really got to be tracking to make sure you get through there. After that, we've got the drop off, and the pipe there is actually a pretty dramatic drop off when the truck hits it, and then up over the bridge and into the rocks. Anyway, that's a rundown on the course. I'm going to start off today with the UMG 10. And this ought to be pretty good. I mean, I haven't tried this truck on the course yet, but you know, might as well try it now. Stick around, this ought to be good. The problem with this little area is it's not exactly a straight shot. As you can see, when you get to the bottom there, you really got to crank on your steering to get over enough to make it through that. That's a pretty serious lean up there. Now, making it around that corner with these shorter wheelbase trucks is pretty easy, but the longer wheelbase trucks really struggle to get around that. And trying to get lined up to get up the first hill is kind of a challenge. But challenging is kind of what I'm looking for. I don't want something super easy, because if it's super easy, what's the point of doing it? but I also didn't want to make it ridiculously hard either, because if you can't ever make it, again, why would you keep doing it if you know you can't make that corner or make that hill? So if you watch right there, when you come down, you are not lined up for that other section. You really got to be turning to make it up that next section. Usually you're carrying the front left wheel. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic. Starting to get a little dark. Let's switch out to a truck that's got some lights. Let's try the Trooper. In typical Imperial fashion, I got one tail light that sort of works when it wants to, and mostly it just doesn't work. Anyway. Other than a couple of scratches on the bumper won't hurt anything. It'll be fine. This one's running regular, just plastic wheels, the ones that came with the XJ kit, the yellow truck that I've done only a couple of videos on, just because I never drive it, just because it looks so pretty. This truck is actually handling it pretty well. Like I said, that shorter wheelbase helps get around, especially that tight corner right there. The only problem is the short wheelbase makes it want to flip over on the slope over there. So you really got to hit that thing just right. Otherwise it's going to flip over backwards. It's sort of the same problem coming back down. Mostly because if you don't give it a little gas when it starts to tip, you're going to end up having to fish it out of there. Never mind that burnt pile of brush over there. That's going to be this weekend's bonfire, I think. All right, guys, that's this week's progress on the racetrack, sort of racetrack. Eventually, I'll get around to clearing all that brush and everything back there, just so that I can get the actual circle going again. But all of this stuff was just done with the dirt in my backyard, a couple of limbs out of that big pile of brush back there, because I decided I needed some stakes, and well, why wouldn't you? You just chop them up and you use them for whatever you need them for. Probably got a few more things I want to do here, but you know, it's just work in progress. I just keep working on it, and eventually I'll have probably the whole backyard filled up with this crazy stuff. A lot of guys do theirs in wood. I don't do wood because, well, I'm not a carpenter. Never have been very good at that kind of things, and I need all of my fingers. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll try to keep this video short, but it's already running pretty long. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, all of that stuff. If you've got any ideas for what I should do next, as long as it doesn't involve a massive amount of money or some kind of weird plutonium or something, let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.